There almost isn't anything worse than a fake fan. In anything. Like with celebrities, with teams, with anything. It's terrible. Being fake is just shitty. Because they're the same type of niggas that go out, listen to a brand new song, buy the whole album, and the next day, suddenly they're the biggest fans in the world, and you're crazy for not listening to them. They are fake fans. Fraudulent ass kids emulating fans. Fake. Now let's talk about TSM for a minute. I can only assume that their team meetings go something like this. Okay, huddle up, bring it in, okay? Mid, you're the shot caller, make plays. Also assist Santorin when he goes and ganks for Lust Boy and Wild Turtle. What about top? Tough break, nigga, don't feed. Be sure to ward. Remember, take teleport. We'll see you at the end of the game. Now, I'm not a coach, and I'm not anywhere near any level of professional play. So though I can have opinions, I'm really not qualified to say what is and isn't right for the team. But I do have a question for all you experts out there that are hating on Dyrus and really want him to be benched. What the f did you expect Dyrus to do? They banned like 6 of his top laners, forced him into a champion he wasn't entirely comfortable with, and then camped him. They camped that boy so hard that overextending would mean leaving your base. And yes, we've beaten that joke to death that Dyrus is the national campsite of the United States for family fun and free elo. Yada yada yada, even I've done it. It's funny. And the joke is so overdone that it's transcended continents. And what do you know? Other teams can read English. So they're seeing the jokes and they're doing what works. In North America, if he survives the camp, he's a national hero and TSM wins. If he doesn't survive the camp and the team loses, everyone blames Dyrus as being the catalyst for the team's loss. And I know how pedantic some of you are, so let me just strike some things off the list. Why is Dyrus easy to gank? Because the opponents know that no one's gonna help him. In that case, he shouldn't extend with no wards or vision control. Hello? Were we watching the same games yesterday? Yes, there are times that he did have vision, but what the f are you supposed to do against a 3-man gank? Hug tower? 90% of his deaths were on tower. Okay, so he's supposed to go AFK at base and lose all the farm and just have no presence at bot lane. The tower didn't even help him for shit. Well, that doesn't mean he shouldn't be warding. Sure, fair enough. His warding might blow. But that's more of a team thing, not just one person. If Santorin knows that Dyrus is ass at warding, he can at least throw a trinket down there. And even though I agree that Santorin had a few bad games, don't witch hunt the boy either. He's 17, he had a wonderful first split, this nigga's got bright dreams, leave him alone. A few bad games and then you knee-jerk and shoot him in the face. Talking about, Santorin wasn't good after all, told you. Now the world can finally see. Shut your bronze ass up. I guarantee you just played last game and ganked a Vladimir because he was out of mana, dumbass. So let's have it your way. Dyrus is benched. What now? You're gonna bitch and say Loco is a bad coach, or you're gonna bitch and say that Reginald's tyrannical raid drove Dyrus to be bad? Okay, then what? What's your plan now? Who's gonna replace him? What top laner is magically just not gonna be killed by these 3-man ganks? Because right now, honestly, the only person that can do better than Dyrus is Raven Baxter, because that bitch can see into the future. And the annoying part is some of you are too young to even get that joke. So how you gonna sit there and shit on Dyrus' career when you're not even old enough to get on the internet without your parents' permission? Could Dyrus have played better? Sure. Did he overextend a lot? Sure. Were some of those ganks avoidable? Sure. Was he mechanically perfect? No. Is it all his fault? Not even kind of. And if anything, this shows that NA needs to take LCS and just esports more seriously. We are way too laid back. We gotta step our shit up. The problem is the caliber of players that TSM is up against. NA kinda sucks in compared to other regions. It doesn't mean that TSM is bad, it's just that other teams are that much better. It's like, you ever think there's more to SKT than just Faker? You think that maybe his teammates are pretty good? He may be the best, but I'm sure that the rest of his teammates are just as incredible. And that's what makes esports so exciting. There's like this world of talent out there, and it just shows that we've got our work cut out for us. It wouldn't be fun if we were just the best with no competition. And that's also what makes being a true fan so awesome. Because instead of switching sides or giving up, we're like a piece of them. TSM is our team. I don't really want to say they need to get better. I said, well, we need to get better. True devotion to a team is something that you'll never experience if you're just a flip-flopping little bitch. So I encourage you watching this, if you're TSM or if you're anybody, pay no heed to those boys that change their flair every week. To the rest of you, well, that caught us slipping. We got up and a lot of people had to eat their words, and I'm sure Monte Cristo and Thorin are having a field day on Twitter. But let's hope Thorin doesn't call any more players on TSM a retard. Though I can definitely see why Monte Cristo and others would be happy. I mean, TSM has done and said some pretty immature things in the past. Let this be a lesson to both sides, and be everybody actually. If you're gonna talk big, nigga, you better show up. But we've learned from it, and we're gonna be better for it. And we'll be back to business as usual in no time. So go ahead, disregard this video as just another Sky video where he brings up that he's black and gay, even though my past 7 videos haven't had that, and just call me a blind TSM fanboy. Click the downvote button, just skip it. Whatever makes you sleep better, I'm all for it. But thanks for watching, guys, and I know it's gonna suck waiting for the next video, but I'll be there. Will you?
Slash Isaac, in a sense he baptized him. Rabbi said don't trust them cash prizes. Same things that float your boat can capsize it.